Go.
Cheers and welcome everyone to Texas on Tap with Miss Helen, along with producer Kyle. Hello to you.
Hey, how are you today? I'm all amped up, excited to be from Texas after listening to my picks a few times.
I know it's really interesting. One of those is really interesting. The other one is blowing up all over Texas, and so we'll address that. So I guess maybe you should jump in first.
Okay, I can get it started, and we'll start it off with a guy who we just recently sat down and talked with, and that episode will be coming up in a few weeks. And his name is Josh Ward. He just dropped a new one to streaming today called "Same Old Cowboy, Different Rodeo." It's actually out to radio as well, so be listening for that one. Calling into your stations for that song. So as I mentioned, we had Josh on the podcast, and he said this one was written with Jake Worthington and someone else who I can't remember. Do you actually happen to remember who he wrote this one with?
Yes, I do, but I can't recall, sir.
Okay, cool.
Like
No
I'm on
worries.
trial.
Well,
I know I don't have the name because I have Jake on it.
yeah, so you'll have to go listen to that podcast when it comes out in a couple weeks and see who he mentions.
I'll just say one thing. Is he did say that this was a song that had been sitting for a while. So it's a real treat and everybody's enjoying it. Go ahead. Sorry. Didn't mean to jump
No,
in.
and that's exactly what I was gonna. So I'll piggyback off what you said because he said this song's kind of the start of a new chapter for him in life. You know, sometimes things don't always go how you expect them in life, and so this is the turn of a new page. It's kind of the start of a new chapter in his musical career, and I think also in his life outside of that. So pretty interesting. You know, he's like Helen mentioned, the song's been sitting for a while, so I think he intentionally picked this song to be the lead off single, also the title track for his upcoming album that'll be dropping early next year. So lots of cool stuff going
Yes.
on. The one thing I wanted to mention about the song musically is the strings in this one really bring this song to life. They make it dramatic and kind of epic. It really lifts up that chorus and just makes it really profound. So great stuff.
Yeah, there's some really good lyrics in there. Like some live, sing and play music, some live for the 8 seconds. I'm just kind of paraphrasing. And there's a part in there that we talked about, tip of the hat to the next full in line. But it is the also Texas Country Music Chart Song of the Week this week, and it debuted
Oh
really
wow.
good. And the interview with Josh was just so much fun. So that's up and coming. And thank goodness now this is out of streaming. So y'all enjoy.
All right, now let's put the top down, get in the car, head on down 45. We're gonna roll down to G Town with Rich O'Toole, Bun B, and Paul Wall. Like I said, this song makes me proud to be from Texas for some reason. It's just so fun. Both of the verses, the features were so cool. You know, this song is very fun. Whenever I listened to his latest record, right whenever he put it out, this song stood out to me as one of the fun ones. And um, you know, it's just awesome that he was able to pull this off. We know that he has some friends in high places in Houston, but it's very cool hearing two of Houston and Texas hip hop's biggest names on this song featured, and both of their verses are so well done. It just makes me want to rent a convertible and head on down to G Town.
No, I love it. It's like H Town meets G Town. And then, that was one of the things when Rich was at our birthday celebration and we did some talking about his background. And of course, he's just such a Houston boy at heart. And he outside of the Texas music scene, Rich really gets around in H Town. Oh, I like that. Rich really gets around in H Town. But no, he
Mm.
does, seriously. And like, so I'm waiting to see some interviews like on the Houston News or some media or press on this because I'm sure there's going to be some events and I'm sure there's going to be like a lot of chit chat around this. So looking
Yeah,
forward
very
to that.
cool. And just another
Mhm.
layer to, or just goes to show how far collaboration can get you, especially like across genre lines. You know, very cool because this is a straight up country song. Like it's got swag and it's got Rich's, own personal vibe on it. But combining Houston hip hop with this type of country sound is just, yeah, I thought it was awesome, epic, great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And I enjoyed part of that. There was also an article written up by the Houston Chronicle, and I thought it was interesting that, Mr. Foodie Rich, he's going to get out and eat. And I think, he was eating in the Heights and Bun B came in, and that's when they just kind of like had this genius idea. So way to go, Rich. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. On to you, ma'am.
Next up, okay, we'll leave the tap room door open, and The Great Divide has just dropped a brand new radio release. It's called Wrong is Overrated. That's the Brand new radio release. I mean, extra brand new radio release from the Great Divide. Wrong is overrated. And this is another one from their album Providence. Of course, that album for radio releases has brought us I Can Breathe Again. Let's see. Good Side, Infinite Line, like so many. There's so many good songs on there. And so I really, I had to sit and dig deep on the whole meaning of this song, like, and I mean just the lyrically, the way it's presented, it just kind of makes you start reflecting on life like so many of the Great Divide songs can do. But searching your universes, found blessings inside of curses, all the things that I love the best are things I sometimes hated.
Mhm.
So Wrong is overrated. Another great song, solid from them. So The Great Divide. And of course, the big news with the cross Canadian ragweed thing. They're on the ticket there coming up for the Oklahoma boys. Big shindig going on in Oklahoma. So Great Divide just continuing to be out on the road and put together some great music. Now, this one everyone is going to love. Mark Powell and Rico from Kinfo teamed up together for a song called In La Familia. And this is where it's just it's a fun party kind of Tex-Mex kind of song. Life's twice as nice with the beans and rice, and especially if you wrap it in a tortilla. I love the line in there. It says queso ain't Velveeta and Rotel from the can. They have the best food on the block. It's like the families blending and combining. And so everyone check that out. It's out to Texas Country Radio. It's also coming out to streaming, or it is on streaming because I actually downloaded it this morning. Yes. So it's out to streaming. So that's Mark Powell, staple in Texas country. Mark has so many hits and so many great songs. And of course, our own Rico from Kinfo, and it's called In La Familia. You're going to love it. It's a fun song. Crank it up and enjoy and make some real queso. Don't do the Velveeta and Rotel. Just saying.
All right, let's talk about our friends over at More Than Music Creations. If you guys have not already, now is the perfect time. Head over to morethanmusiccreations.com, grab you some pieces for your spouse, for your daughter, for your Texas country music fan in your life. It's the perfect gift. It's handmade jewelry using guitar strings played by your favorite artists in the Texas country music scene, like Bree Bagwell and Pat Green and the Wilder Blue and Jade Marie Patek and so many more. So it's all awesome stuff. A part of it goes back to a good cause supporting underprivileged kids in the Central Texas area. So it's all awesome. Everything about it is fantastic. And it's two great people doing a very cool thing. So go support our friends at More Than Music Creation.
Have you ever wondered how artists like Treaty Oak Revival, Red Clay Strays, and Aaron Watson maintain the high quality and high demand for their merchandise? CH Lone Star Promo is the answer. Created in Texas to serve Texas artists, and they're currently offering 15% off on all merch orders from musicians. Visit chlonestarpromo.com to get started and tell them Texas Toast sent you.
I was reading the other day that it takes at least $1 million to break an artist. That's a ton of change, and it can feel overwhelming. But with social media leveling the playing field, you just need an effective strategy to release your music. Check out Release Rocket to ensure your single does not die after release day. You've already put time, effort, and tons of money into writing and recording your album. Let the guys at Release Rocket keep your new release alive.
Okay, looking at the Texas Country Music Chart, you're going to love this, Kyle. New on the chart and debuting in the top 100 this week, our friend John Stork with Never Seen. And
Yeah.
Josh, yes, Josh debuting at 74 with Same Old Cowboy, Ty Smith and the Minor Offenses, and Casey with Lost and Found. And number one, I mean, just shot up from number three last week. Number one on the Texas Country Music Chart this week is Reckless Kelly, Keep Looking Down the Road. And I had just mentioned it, but Song of the Week on the Texas Country Music Chart this week is Josh Ward. And
Hmm.
Outrun the Rain from James Land. This is like the 12th consecutive number one song on the Texas Regional Radio Report for James Land.
Wow,
um
that's
he- he's,
crazy.
he's he's creeping. I mean, like when we interviewed Josh, like Josh is another one of those that has had double digit consecutives, and it's like James is he's just really laying some groundwork there. He's kind of following in his footsteps. Number one on CD Extraction Texas for the ninth week is All I Want to Do Is Drink, Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen. But I can tell you that Aaron Watson's Hit the Hay Running is right behind them, and he's coming in hot. So we'll see if that one gets changed next week. So let's look at what's popping and topping on the charts here with Texas Red Dirt Music.
Cool. And then I've got some streaming stuff to mention too. Gary Patrick, who is another upcoming guest of the podcast, has got a new song out to streaming today. Shay Abshire has got a new song out to streaming. John Bauman's got a new song out to streaming as well, and it's a bit different. So go check that one out. He's trying something new for us. So go into that with an open mind and enjoy yourselves listening to that. Also, Little Texas, the 30-year
Mhm.
anniversary tribute album, finally is out today. We just talked to them this week on the podcast, obviously to Dwayne, the bass player and singer. So that was a lot of fun. And then also Granger Smith actually released a live album from his farewell tour to streaming today as well. So that's a um, nice little gift from Granger there. It's been a while.
Yeah, very nice. But yeah, the Lone Star Salute to Little Texas, that is a must-have in your library. That is a must listen to, and so is the podcast. So that's just such revered music. And please, please, please go and download that episode and take a listen to it. A good idea to do it prior to or as you're listening to the tracks on the song, because there's just great stories behind the whole making of that project. And I was just so honored that I had the opportunity to sit down and get all the details about it. It was cool.
Mm. Yep, absolutely. I agree. Well, you're getting ready to go head out on a vacation potentially, right?
Yeah, looks like it's going to be okay. Headed to our
Okay.
favorite place. We didn't get to go last year. Everybody knows our go-to once it's off season here on this island, then I head to another island and it's called St. Thomas. So we're getting away. We're going to be heading out, be gone for about 10 days total with prior to traveling and prior after. We're going to do some things in between, but we'll be there for 7 days and I'm looking forward to
Nice.
it. I'm just gonna
Nice. Very
probably
cool.
try to like just forget my phone and it's just been too much. It's just been high maintenance people lately. None of y'all, not in Texas country. None of our podcast stuff or music business, but just people like some of these people I have to deal with property management. Oh
Mhm.
no, oh no. I'm a nice girl. I just go ahead and refund. If I would have booked it, I would have been like shit out of luck. But anyway, I try to be fair to people. So hopefully that karma comes back to me if I ever mess up one day.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I bet it'll repay itself to you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got some cool stuff coming up. Oh, also, I wanted to mention if any of our listeners out there in the College Station area, I'll be playing in College Station on Friday tonight at Hotel McCoy, which I have not been to yet, but I've seen a lot of artists playing there, and I've heard great things. I'm excited for that one. So come on out if you're around. I play at 7 o'clock, and I believe it's free. And then as far as the podcast, we've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. Next week, we've got Azteca Music Ranch, which is a record label based in Texas. And Carlos came on along with a couple of his artists. We were linked up with them through our friends Sonny Sauceda and Rico Gonzales, who are a part of that whole collaborative. But Carlos
Mhm.
basically is on a mission to combine Tejano music with Texas country, and he's doing a great job. So you want to check out that episode. It's very cool because we got to talk to a lot of different guests. There's three artists that he brought in to kind of talk about what they're doing and then what they're doing as a whole. So very cool. That'll be out next week. And then after that, we've got an interview with William Beckman. And then the following week, believe it or not, will be leading up to the TCMA Awards. So we'll be chatting with Jim Nash, who you co-host the red carpet with every year, kind of leading into the award show. So that'll be a nice little warm up for those of you that are coming to the awards to kind of know what to expect.
Well, and I just want to tell you, just so you'll know what to expect, when you go listen to the episode with me and Jim, it's hilarious. He had me laughing so hard. We talk a lot about integral moments in radio, not integral, but like, and then like just insane stuff. It was fun. So
Yeah,
make sure you take a listen to that and just be prepared because it was like, it was kind of like a seat of the pants deal because I just figured that Jim and I knew I didn't have to really prep for that and I
right.
didn't. And it's like, it just came naturally. So lots of fun. He's just such a
Hmm.
cool guy doing great things.
Absolutely doing very cool things. And it was fun hearing his story and kind of like what he's been going through or, what he's gone through in his career and how he kind of stepped away and then was kind of indirectly pulled back in, and now it's all working out for him really well. So super happy for him and glad to know him. And every time I think about him, just because we met him through the award show, or at least I did, I just think about being there on the red carpet. So I'm excited to get back to Billy Bob's again this year, and that's only a few weeks away. So you get to go on a nice little vacation. Then we will be in the Fort Worth stockyards throwing down.
I know. I'm excited to see everyone as always. And yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Anything else going on in the Texas country
Oh,
world
there's
that you know of?
always lots going on. Yeah, just go see a show tonight. Go check out some
Hmm.
music, especially some downloads that we just talked about.
And you mentioned John Stork's single debuting High. That music video, if you haven't seen it, is hilarious. A bunch of our friends at Release Rocket produced
Yes.
the video, but also some of them are in the video, and it is so well done, so epic, and also just pretty hilarious. So you got to go check that one out.
All right. That's a good idea. Good assignment, class.
Yeah, that's your homework.
Yeah. All right. All right. I guess that's a wrap. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.